Hey everyone, and welcome. We all know that adjectives add all that great color and detail to our sentences, but where do we actually put them? Today we're going to dig into the rules for the position of adjectives, and this will make your English so much clearer and more accurate. Let's get started.
So here's what we've got on tap. We'll kick things off with a super quick recap of what adjectives do. Then, we're going to cover their two main positions in a sentence, look at a few really important exceptions to the rules, and then we'll wrap it all up with a handy little cheat sheet. All right, first things first, let's just do a quick recap. What exactly is an adjective's job? So, an adjective's main job is all about adding detail. It's the word that describes a noun or a pronoun, and it basically paints a clearer picture for us, making our sentences way more specific. Just look at the difference one little word makes. The boy is standing. I mean, that's a perfectly fine sentence, but it's pretty general, right? But as soon as we add the adjective tall, we immediately get a much more specific, more vivid image in our heads. That's the power of a well-placed adjective.
Okay, so we're all on the same page about what adjectives do. Now for the big question, where do they actually go? We know adjectives describe nouns. That's their whole deal. But can we just pop them anywhere in the sentence? Well, the short answer is no. The position of an adjective isn't random at all. It follows some really clear and predictable rules. So let's get into the first and honestly the most common position for an adjective. This is the one you're probably using all the time without even thinking about it. This is what we call the attributive position. Now, attributive sounds like a fancy word, but all it really means is that a quality is being attributed or assigned directly to the noun. The easiest way to remember it? The adjective is right there just before the noun it's describing. Take this simple example. A blue pen. Here, blue is an attributive adjective. And why? Easy, because it comes directly before the noun it's describing, which is pen. It's telling us what kind of pen it is. And here's another perfect example of that same rule. The adjective old comes right before the noun house, giving us more information about it. It's simple, it's direct. This is the attributive position in action.
Okay, on to position number 2. Now, this one works a little differently, but it's just as important if you want to create correct and natural-sounding sentences.
We call this the predicative position. The key difference here is that the adjective comes after the noun. And, this is crucial, it's always connected to the noun by a special kind of verb called a linking verb. And here are some of the most common linking verbs you'll see. Think of it this way. These verbs don't show action like run or jump. Instead, they kind of act like an equal sign, connecting the subject, the noun, to its description, the adjective. Now, check this out. We're talking about the exact same pen and the same color as before, but the sentence structure is totally different. The adjective blue now comes after the noun pen, and it's connected by that linking verb is. Here's another great example. The linking verb feels is what connects the pronoun she to the adjective happy. So happy is in the predicative position because it follows that linking verb. See how that works? Okay, now that we've got the two main positions down, there's a little curveball we need to talk about. It's really important to know that some adjectives are they're a bit picky. They can only be used in one of these positions, not both. You see, adjectives like afraid, asleep, and alive are special. They always have to be in the predicative position. What does that mean? It means they have to come after a linking verb. So, for instance, it's perfectly correct to say, the child is asleep. Here, asleep comes after the linking verb is, just like it should. But it's incorrect to say an asleep child. It just sounds wrong, right? And that's because asleep can't be used in that attributive position before the noun. All right, that was a lot to take in. So let's pull it all together with a quick review to make sure these rules are crystal clear. This chart just lays it all out so perfectly. On the left, you've got the attributive position, a brave soldier, with the adjective coming before the noun. And on the right, you've got the predicative position, the soldier is brave, where the adjective comes after that linking verb. So, you might be wondering, why does this all matter so much? Well, mastering adjective position is what helps you write and speak English more accurately. It's one of those key details that makes your language sound really fluent and correct to a native speaker. And just like that, you got it. Fantastic work. You now have a really solid understanding of where to place adjectives in a sentence. Keep practicing, and in our next explainer, we're going to dive into the different types of adjectives. Thanks for joining me.